Ugh. Hello, you guys. Cutie pies. Oh, there's a fucking dog hair in my eyelash. I hope everyone had a good day. You guys are gonna eat dinner with me. Hold on. Before I have a meltdown. I love my dogs, but oh my god, does their fur give me overstimulation crises? Anywho, I hope everyone had a good Monday. Late night video. I'm gonna try to stick to morning ones. I prefer that, but you guys are gonna eat dinner with me. What's for dinner? Well, we've got some. Oh god damn it! We've got some pot stickers from Aldi's. We've got some rice ramen. I don't know what this is about, if it's good or not. Oh my god! Hold on. Almost lit my hair on fire too. That's cool. I love that. I love that. Anyway. It's been a really good day for myself. That's not being sarcastic. I'm being serious. Okay. Anyway. Okay, we're good now. Ramen, pot stickers. Ramen's in here with broth and chicken that I cooked earlier. Pot stickers, and then I went to the Asian market earlier. And I got some, this has bananas, coconut, sugar, coconut milk. But it's interesting. I'm not sure exactly what's in it, but it's so good. It reminds me, oh, dog hair. It reminds me of a little bit of sweet potatoes. It's really sweet. It's got tapioca pearls in it. I think it's taro root. I don't know. I don't have that thing. Not banana, but it's good. So good. It's slightly purple. It's got these big chunks of white stuff, which are kind of like sweet potato texture. It's really good. Never had it before, but I saw it look good. And it is. I give it, honestly, a 9 out of 10. I don't know what it is, but it's good. It's sweet, delicious, creamy. If you like coconut, highly recommend. I love coconut. I've been on a coconut kick. Also, Aldi's has amazing pot stickers. Ooh, I bought this little dish at the Asian market. God damn it. Dog hair. This is my life. I've got 4 dogs. Okay, leave me alone. Oh my god. It's everywhere. Not really, it was just those 2, but frustrates me. Anyway, the pot stickers from Aldi's are amazing. Highly recommend. They're so scrumdiddlyumptious. These are chicken and cabbage. They're so good. There's some soy sauce. But yeah, I got this little dish at the Asian market. I've been needing a little soy sauce dish. Come up on the bed. Come on up. I have a Coochie Kopi mug. And it has like a top, which is, no. Come up on the bed. Come on up. I don't want you over here. Come on. Come on up. Up on the bed. Nope. Try to come up on the bed. Come on. Thank you. He wants to come right where the camera, I was going to say ladder. I don't know why the hell I was going to say a ladder. He wanted to come lay down right where the camera is. Which is usually right where he lays. Right next to me. Because sometimes he likes to lay on the floor. It's colder. But the camera is here, so he must be up here. Look at them, they're so cute. And then there's a little Spudgy back there. You can barely see her. She's being so good. They are all so well behaved. Another pot sticker. Don't mind if I do. Checking for dog hair. There is one, yes. I did bring these in on a paper towel, so that could be why. Bad. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Don't come for me, okay? Anyone who's a pet owner knows. And if you think that's gross, then leave me the hell alone. Then I'm gross. I don't want your business anyway. Anyway, all these pot stickers are where it's at, dude. Especially if you're like one for texture issues and stuff. These are like perfect, and you can cook them however you like. I hate when I do that. Okay. So good. I have to drink a smoothie too. I have it right here next to me. I drink one of these every day. Love this shit. Coconut strawberry smoothie. Kind of tastes like a sobe drink. The pink sobe drink. Love it. You guys just stare at my dogs for a second. Look at them. They're so cute. Oh my goodness. Look at them. That little one back there. Beef is, oh, look at his little paws hanging off the bed. He's so cute. Anyway, okay. Back to business. Back to eating this ramen. See how good it is. Oops, never tried this ramen before, so we'll see. I put it in my Tupperware because I wanted you guys to see what I'm eating through the bowl. So, what do we have in this? Lots of onions. I love onions. So I pretty much just cook like drumsticks inside a pot all week because they eat chicken and rice all week. So the chicken goes to them, and then right before my meal I'll add some white onion, like big old chunkies white onion, and then green onion. So good. And then I got some pieces of chicken. But the nudes, let's try the nudes. Let's see how they hold up. Oh, they were red rice noodles. Cheers. Okay. A little chewier than the normal ramen, which I guess I should have guessed with rice. Rice flour is pretty chewy sometimes. Like when I think of rice flour, I think of mochi. Like, you know what I mean? It's sticky. Gummy. So it's not too gummy, but it's definitely not the ramen noodle texture that I was hoping for. I'm on the search for the ramen noodle texture that I really, really like. That's the goal. These, out of the ramen noodles that I would like, they remind me more spaghetti noodles, if anything. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to say they're like a 4. They're not my favorite, to be honest. I like mine with a little more bite to them. And these are pretty bland. They taste very cardboardy. Like, when I mean cardboard, like, I really mean the cardboard flavor is there. Like, not that they're bland. They legit taste like they've been stored in a warehouse forever. What kind of bull honky is that? What? Anyway, the onions in the broth are amazing. Who made it? Chicken broth is really not hard to make. People should make chicken stock. Just boil some chicken bones. So good for you. The chicken stock on the store shelves, not good. I honestly don't even know what the hell they put in that. Because when I taste it, it tastes like what I imagine booty sweat tastes like, to be honest. Like, not bad. Do I want it? No. But if you serve it up and, like, you're like, there you go, and I like you enough, I'd be like, all right, maybe. But yeah, that store stuff was, like, not good. Just boil some chicken bones with some salt and pepper. At bare minimum. I do it. Literally, I have a constant pot of chicken broth going every day. I wake up in the morning. I have a pot of broth for myself. And then I have a pot of broth for them. Theirs has rice and cabbage in it because they eat that on a daily basis. And chicken. And then mine has chicken and onion and seasonings. A little bouillon and stuff. But broth is really good for your skin. It's got good collagen. And it's rich in vitamins that we're missing that they don't put in the stock that you get at the store. Stock is different than broth. Stock is made from bones and you can add like veggies and stuff to it, but it's a specific process of like building with bones usually. Like over hours building flavor and stuff like that. And a broth is more, you know, chicken meats, just the meats of it, no bones, veggies. I think chicken broth, broth in general, stock in general is great for your skin. It's great for your gut health. That's like a given. If you don't know that, you know that now. Great for your gut health. I actually eat soup in the morning for my breakfast. I have 2 breakfasts in the morning. I wake up and eat right away. It's usually just this broth with some chicken and the onions in it. That's my first breakfast, and then my second breakfast is usually a burrito or maybe In-N-Out burger, because they open up around 10. Not around, they open up at 10, so I'll go get a breakfast burger. And then I'll come home and eat something like this, or a tostada, or if I have leftovers, tacos or something, and then I drink a smoothie at the end of the night. So 4 meals. Through my day. But broth is always the first thing because it's so good for your gut health. If you're one of those people who wake up nauseous like every day, or like sick feeling every day, I really recommend just doing breakfast soup. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It can literally be just I just drink a coffee cup of soup, literally. A little bigger than this, but you know. I just drink a little coffee cup of soup, load it up with some onions, and that's the beginning of my day, and then I get some coffee in my system, and then I go have my other breakfast. So, it's really good for you. It's really good for your skin. Good for your health, your gut health. If you have that kind of nausea and stuff, that might be something to implement into your diet. It might help. Now, it's not going to help overnight. That's something that takes time. It builds over time. But it helps repair that lining and everything with the collagen and stuff in it. It helps repair that lining in your stomach that if you have like acid reflux or like when you eat you get like stomach aches or like you wake up nauseous. From what I've learned, now if you are a doctor, you can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong on this. Like I'm happy to learn. But from what I've learned, There's a mucus lining on the inside of your gut. And a lot of the things that we eat and partake in damage that, like completely deteriorate it. So, through my journey of my autoimmune illness stuff, I've been working on rebuilding that gut lining, healing my gut, and eating foods that don't trigger that anymore. And one of those has been chicken broth. It's been a huge part to my diet. Chicken stock. And I just like the way it tastes with onion and the chicken bones. It's simple and good. Onion's really good for you too. If you're looking to build collagen within your skin, it's good for your skin. Onion is good for any like intestinal bacterial stuff. So is garlic. That's why chicken noodle soup really was meant to heal illnesses, because the stock itself is so good and vital to healing gut health that in itself just has so many good properties to it. Then you add like onions and garlic, which has great antibacterial properties to it. I don't know, what does fucking carrots have? Is that vitamin B? I don't remember. They have some good shit in it. So does celery. Potatoes. So really, when you're sick, chicken soup does heal the soul and the body. Dang, I should put more onions in this. I love onions. If you see how I got my burgers, I get literally triple onion. I love it. It was just a full moon. Love it. I don't want to hear shit about how I use chopsticks. Sometimes I switch fingers. My elbow kind of hurts, and it hurts to sit a certain way with it because I had like a really bad elbow. And it looks better and stuff, but it still has like this weird pinchy, like, it's not all the way healed on the inside, I can tell. So holding it and holding these like this kind of like creates this weird pinch effect that it kind of hurts a little bit if I hold it too long. So sometimes I switch fingers to like when I was a kid doing chopsticks, because it just kind of gives me a little reprieve. Don't judge me, don't judge me. Yeah, I don't really love these noodles. It reminds me too much of spaghetti. But, like I said, the broth is A1. Stock, whatever the fuck. I feel like it's broth because it's in the soup. You know? They didn't have the noodles that I wanted. But that's okay. I would not get these again. That's just, if you're a texture person, they're too squishy. Too spaghetti-like. That's the best way I could describe them. if you take anything from this video, try breakfast soup once in a while. Or some real soup, not that canned BS. Literally, even if you, say you went to KFC, right? You got some chicken. You ate all the chicken off the bones. There's like the little pieces of, the little shreds of chicken. But you still got the bones. Throw those bones in a pot of boiling water. Boom, you've got chicken stock. Same thing with wings. If you got wings from like Wingstop or B-Dubs, boom, throw it in a pot with chicken stock. No, not with. It is chicken stock. Yeah. It came about, this is my smoothie. It came about when, you know, wasting the animal wasn't a thing, so. This is so thick. So you try to use as much as animal you can. Mmm. So coconutty. I love it. Very coconutty with like a hint of strawberry. It's so good. This is pretty much my night routine, and then I'll go wash my face and put on my face care stuff, which sits right next to me. Usually read, and then meditate maybe if I'm not tired. This is the book I'm reading right now. And I gotta plan my day tomorrow with my planner. Highly recommend this book, Nourishing Traditions. In this book literally says everything I've been teaching my channel. So it makes me feel kind of secure in the things that I'm teaching. Because I don't know everything, you know. So sometimes because I don't have a degree in anything, I'm like, I don't know if I'm really teaching the right thing. But I really do preach that knowledge is free. You don't need a degree to get knowledge. You know, as long as you want it, you'll find it. So everything that I've been learning, it's just been kind of scattered. But like everything I've been learning, literally I have come upon in this book. And I'm like, wow. I'm so happy because that means what I've been teaching in my stream and stuff is correct. But yeah. If you're into holistic health, you might like this channel. You might. This smoothie is so good for you. If you want to try it, it's like a cup of water. You don't need juice. Anything, you could use coconut water. I have a no sugar diet. Even though this has a little sugar in it, I don't really eat sugar for the most part. I did a video eating the sugar stuff that I bought from the Asian market today. But for the most part, I don't have sugar. Now, I drink plenty and eat plenty of sweet stuff. This smoothie has stevia and honey in it. I eat a lot of frozen honey, like just on a spoon because it's kind of like a lollipop. I eat a lot of like sugar-free frozen yogurt. Delicious, especially the cheesecake and like the strawberry one. Speaking of cheesecake, I eat a lot of cheesecake dip. That's sugar-free that I make. So I feel like when I say sugar-free, people always misinterpret that as like, oh, you must not eat anything sweet. Like, I think like 90% of my diet is sweet, I'll be honest with you. So if you have a sweet tooth and you want to eat healthier, you're probably in the right place. You know, chocolate chip cookies were like my thing. I love food. You'll come to find this out. That's why I went on a restaurant. I love food. And I think the fact that it connects with my physical shenanigans going on is cooler because I like learning about that. And then the fact that I like learning about herbal medicine kind of ties back around to everything, you know? So I really enjoy food, and now I'm really learning exactly how to heal your body with it. It's not just about eating healthy. It's about really eating the right things together so that they can support each other and being as efficient as they can be in your body, right? So for instance, when you eat turmeric, Not only should you have black pepper with it, because it needs to kind of like activate it, but you should also be eating it with some sort of fat. Yogurt, olive oil, something like that. Because it's one of those things that's better absorbed if it's like through fat soluble, I think is the term. So things like that fascinate me. I love that. It's so cool. Anyway, so what this is, I've attributed this to healing my gut. So I went through one phase where I did heavy honey, and because I have a systemic bacterial infection in my belief, and I'll get to that in another video, like I said, with my medical illness. But this has helped heal my gut. So I did one that was a slight variation of this, but I've kind of simplified it down to where it's just exactly what I need. You know what I mean? Because before I had like banana, strawberry, blueberry, like all these things. So before, I'll tell you what it was before. Before it was, the base was water, apple cider vinegar, honey, loads of it, yogurt, plain Greek yogurt, strawberry, banana, blueberry, and I think that's it. Oh, and an avocado. And now, and coconut oil and coconut milk. Now it's just everything except the blueberry and banana, essentially. But I do heavy of the coconut milk now. Just because I don't know. My metabolism is fast, but it's also just the way my body puts on fat. I don't know. I'm trying to like boost that. We'll see if that works. Anyway, coconut is high antimicrobial. So if you have an autoimmune illness, this is my theory, is that, and no doctor will back this, okay? I know that because none of my doctors do. I'm just waiting for like 10 years to go by and they'll come out with this and I'm like, what did I fucking say? Because that's what always fucking happens. That's literally why I talk about the shit that I do, because it's to prove that, essentially. Like, 10 years ago I was saying shit and it's coming true. And like, it's always moving in that, right? So at least I can help people even before like it's like, set in stone, right? So this is a way that, it can help you without you interfering with meds or anything. So pretty much if you have an autoimmune illness, my theory, and I'll go more in depth with this, okay, is that it's just a bacterial overgrowth and it creates like a systemic kind of like reaction, and the immune system is like an autoimmune response to the bacteria in the gut and small intestine. And that happens because our foods are so loaded with something phthalates or something where I forget the phthalate or something like that. It inhibits hormones. So your hormones become imbalanced just by eating like a bag of chips. Which is why like maybe you smell a little weird after eating certain junk foods, or like maybe you feel like a little irritable or something, because I notice when I eat junk food a lot, like the next day I have these thoughts like, oh my god, what is even the purpose of life, dude? What is even the point of anything? It's fucking stupid. Not that bad, but like even things are great and I'm like, what is the fucking point? But when I eat good, those thoughts literally don't even exist. And I'm like, what the hell? I know that the nerve endings from your brain start in your gut. You can look that up. It's just factual. So, people will very much excuse how food impacts them because they don't eat the right foods. I think they eat like a salad and they expect to feel healthy and like things to be fixed. No. Because a lot of times back in the day, and you'll learn this in this book, back in the day when salads were a thing, like back when like indigenous things were happening, right? More of those cultural things. And I get into this a lot with my stream, where I feel like America has really ruined the sanctity of food just because they've whitewashed it and stripped it of like the things that's really made it needed to be healthy, right? Okay, so back in the day, fermented foods are really important to your gut health because it introduces good bacteria to your gut health, which is needed. Because the bad bacteria, you know what they feed off of? It works just like your mouth. They feed off of sugar and carbs because carbs turn to sugar in your system, right? So you eat a lot of those and you don't take enough good bacteria in, and you don't take enough food for that good bacteria, because the good bacteria eats probiotic or prebiotics. So the good bacteria is probiotics. They eat prebiotics. What has prebiotics? Fucking garlic, onion, cabbage, things like that. Kimchi, I think, is prebiotics, which is cabbage, I believe. Anyway, there's a lot of things that have prebiotics. I think oats even are like a form of prebiotic, or fiber. Fiber and prebiotics feed the probiotics, and you need the good bacteria in there to balance out the bad bacteria, because with all of our food, with even savory food, they add sugar to it. The sugar induces more of that, and not to mention they spray these vegetables and feed these animals and add these extra ingredients that are like antifungals, antibacterials, and your body becomes very resistant to that over time. So you might end up developing a bacterial infection that there is no antibiotic that can get to it. Ask me how I know, because that happened to me. That's exactly what MRSA is, actually. It's a very resistant, like fungal, I believe, or bacterial infection, one or the other. Nonetheless, very resistant. And my belief is, just like all the foods we're eating, it's resistant because we're loading ourselves with antibacterials, and we're trying to kill off these bacteria instead of learning to work with them. You know how I believe in like the yin and yang kind of thing, like meshing, co-mingling, learning to harmonize and work together. You know, even in things that we see as a negative, like don't completely smash it off, because we kind of need those. There needs to be a balance. So you have to bring in good bacteria to your gut, which is fermented foods. Back in the day, mustard and ketchup used to be fermented. Mustard seed is so good for your gut health. So good for your gut health. And back in the day, those condiments used to be fermented. So eating a hot dog with ketchup and mustard was actually pretty decent for you. It wasn't as awful as it is now. Back in the day, dressings were made with like a base of Greek yogurt or some sort of cultured cream, where cultured cream is those good bacteria, the probiotics. So it'd be like a base of like cultured cream with vinegar, with some lemon, with some, maybe raspberry, or, balsamic vinegar. You know what I mean? Like it was like a mixture of that, and that together is pretty much what's in the smoothie. I have cultured cream, which is a yogurt, apple cider vinegar, and then honey. If you want to make that into a dressing, you literally could. And you could add maybe some lemon juice to it or something. And that, boom. That's what dressings used to be. Now, they're loaded up with hydrogenated oils, corn syrup, and then they're like, no corn syrup, and then there's high fructose corn syrup. Ugh, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? Fuck that. That's so annoying. I actually posted a status of some dude, and just for the haters to know, like, I'll respond to the occasional just to boost my traffic. That's literally why I respond to haters, to be honest. But if you don't agree with this, you don't have to be rude, okay? You don't have to give off hater energy. If you just want to talk, just be respectful about your views. I don't think everybody has to believe this. This is literally my belief, okay? But I do know that American diet specifically is loaded up, right, with sugars and, all these preservatives, and then we have to load it up with bacterial and antibacterial, antifungal things, because they sit in the warehouse and then funguses get to them and eat them, and we got to make sure that doesn't happen. It's all to make it shelf stable. And these foods are very possible to make at home. It's literally for the convenience to grab them. I mean, I'm sure nobody wants to make a fucking Starburst at home, or Skittles, or Doritos, I get it. But in moderation. But I understand why moderation is difficult with the diet, because of the fast pace in society. And I've had the luxury of really being able to take a step back because of my health. I wouldn't say a luxury, but I really, that since I've been a kid, I've always known I've had to pay for things differently because I can't clean my house all the time because of my health. So I knew in the future that I probably would have to have a house cleaner. I knew in the future that I probably would have to hire someone to help me with like health duties, you know. So I still plan on doing that, but that's because I've like set that up at a young age, like with that mentality, right? I understand that people are still in the 9 to 5, and maybe one day they'll break free. Some people don't because they enjoy the 9 to 5. Me personally, I do not. I want to work for myself. I'll have a 9 to 5, but it won't even be 9 to 5. It'll probably be like 9 to 9, or even worse. But like that's where it's like enjoyable, right? But nonetheless, with the fast-paced society, people don't have the time to sit down in their kitchen and really experiment with what foods do well with them and not, because they just need to eat and they just need to have a feel for the next day. And then they go to McDonald's, and literally I can eat McDonald's twice and I will be so fucked up, my joints. Like, it is so bad because the amount of sugar that they put in there, the amount of processedness, the amount of like just the carcinogens that happen when it's fried, it's all super inflammatory. And if you're already experiencing inflammation in your gut, that's going to make it worse. And the thing is, you know how I say, no one's going to do your push-ups for you. I'm a little embarrassed to say that for a bit, I thought that I was not the problem here. That the problem was still external, and that was a good lesson for me, so that even down to my health, it was literally internal. And that was exciting. Once that was like boing, you know, I was like, whoa, holy shit, that's crazy. Because this whole time I've been like thinking it's external, like God, or like this medicine has to help me. It's internal, figuring out what works for me, and that's really just sitting with myself. I don't know how to describe it. I'll go into detail with this. It coincides with my spiritual and medical journey, but literally meditating, somehow the things that I needed to get healthy were like brought into my line. Like somebody would randomly mention it to me, like a thing that I needed to heal on my journey, or like I'll be talking about something and then connect the dots with something else. Like it would just happen in a chronological, like distinct sequential order, where it was so hard to deny that something was giving me information to heal myself, you know, like in a weird way. Like I would sit here and meditate, and just like 1 month I'd be doing another thing, 1 month I'd be adding another, 1 month I'd be adding another thing, and then all of a sudden like I'm healed, you know. And I've repeated several of these processes many times, like many times. Hold on. I can't stand that song on here. I want it on a different playlist because every time it comes on, it gets me like really overstimulated because it's like super calm music that I like, and I like that song too, but it does not. It's not in the middle of all these nice songs. Anyway, so pretty much, you can keep eating what the hell you're eating. Highly recommend trading the fast food for salads and stuff like that. You know, and people always think that it costs more to eat healthy. It actually doesn't. Because believe it or not, you are cutting out a lot of money not buying fast food. And I see a lot of people now where they have severe health issues and they think the autoimmune illness is just the doctors not finding the right meds. Because I was there. I was at that point. Like, I was getting surgeries literally every 3 months on my joints. Like, multiples at once. Getting them fluid pulled out, like medicine pushed in, debris taken out, stuff like that. So, not fun. And like I said, for a bit, I just thought, oh, woe is me, like nothing's gonna fix this. But I knew I wasn't eating healthy, you know. There was one point where my health was so bad that, like, the pain was so bad that I started drinking a lot, because pain meds don't help me. They just make me loopy and feel sick. And I don't like to feel sick because I was on chemo for so freaking long. Like I said before, anything that makes me feel sick, it just ruins my day, ruins my mood. So it just was like a long road, man. And I'm still on the journey because I love holistic health. I love learning about herbs and everything like that. But it's crazy the information that's been given to me to learn on this path, and that's why I just want to vomit it out to anyone who will listen, especially with the autoimmune illness. Like, it really is down to your health. And like I say, no one will do your push-ups for you. Not all the time do we want to trade cookies and burgers for, you know, yogurt and whatever. But if you're on my channel, you're going to see great ways to eat healthy that really you don't feel like you're missing anything, right? So for instance, I eat In-N-Out, I would say like a couple times a week. Which doesn't sound like crazy a lot. I can't handle red meat that much, but I eat a protein style with like extra onions, you know. I thought I would miss the bun, but I don't. I actually prefer the protein style, which is just a lettuce wrap. So there's things like that. Like, you can make small compromises without completely taking the meal out. Like, with McDonald's, I don't think there's a compromise. It's just all completely processed, you know. Arby's, maybe like their deli sandwiches, even then those are full of like sodium and stuff. And if you want a deli sandwich, you might as well just like go to a good place that has like good quality meat, you know. And I can understand, because for people, I bet it feels taunting and daunting. I don't know, to approach that, because it's like, where do you get the money? Where do you even get the effort, the energy, blah blah. That's why I do smoothies, because you just throw it all into. And for a while, I was doing literally 1 to 2 smoothies a day, and I was drinking bigger smoothies than this because it was like my meal replacement shake. There's no protein powder in it, just yogurt. And I stock up when it's on sale, because that's the stuff that can sit in the back of your fridge. You can freeze it and it's fine. I stock up on avocados when they're on sale, cut them up when they're ripe and freeze those. Stock up on strawberries when they're on sale. And once you start eliminating the things that you don't need in your diet, you know, you actually start taking it serious. And then you'll start seeing the results, especially if you have like very high inflammation in your body like I did. You'll start seeing the results within like 1-2 months. But yogurt is such an important part, but not just yogurt. You have to have something with the yogurt, like avocado or something that has, it's the food for the yogurt to eat. So they have to support each other. And another big thing that I eat is a lot of raw garlic. That's a very powerful antibacterial kind of natural thing. That and Greek yogurt has completely turned my diet around. Every time I've healed my joints, it's been Greek yogurt and raw garlic, or raw fermented garlic and honey, which is just raw garlic cloves that sit in honey for a couple weeks. So those are the things, and that's why where I think the Mediterranean diet, you'll read a lot where Mediterranean diet helps people with autoimmune illnesses. I think the reason being is because there's a buildup of bacteria overgrowth in Americans' system. And if you live in a mold environment, that will just, they'll just hold hands and just, you know, support each other essentially. And then you get a lowered immune system even more, and then more risk for like parasites and more risk for bacterial infections, and you keep getting sicker and sicker. And then the food you eat pretty much feeds them. It's not feeding you, it's feeding the bugs and the bacteria in you, right? So you got to put in good bacteria to fight those things off. So Greek yogurt, make sure it says live cultures on it. Greek yogurt. I personally think Greek yogurt and like dairy live cultures is what you need, but it is recommended to have like a well diverse like dairy live cultures and like fermented vegetable live cultures in your diet, so that you can have like a good round source of like good bacteria. And pretty much like I said, the coconut oil, coconut water, coconut milk, all of that, it pretty much acts as like an antifungal, antibacterial. And ever since I've been using coconut oil in my drinks, my skin is so soft, so soft. So, and like I said, there's apple cider vinegar, which apple cider vinegar, it's good at killing candida, which is a fungal, that fungus exists on all of us, so does bacteria. So candida is one of those, exists on our skin. So does MRSA, I believe. But if there's overgrowth, then things become itchy, you get a rash, Maybe you get nauseous and stuff. I know for a while when I had like really bad overgrowth candida, I would literally wake up drunk. Like if I ate like a lot of carbs the day before, a lot of sugar, I would wake up and I have a very distinct drunk feeling because I don't really tolerate alcohol too well, funny enough. But I get very flushed, my face gets very, very red, and I like usually like 1 to 2 beers is my tops, and then I start vomiting everywhere. So that's about what happened. Like, and then my ears get really like fluid retention. I can hear it. My ears are clogged. So, and like I get real dizzy. Like alcohol is just not the greatest for me. So that's what I felt like for a while, waking up after like having too much carbs and stuff, and I knew something was wrong. So I, even though the doctors don't think this is, my rheumatologist, they're not infectious disease or anything like that. They don't know much except for their field, so I don't expect them to know anything about this, but this is my conclusion. I've worked, because I've had this since I was 6. So when I say I've worked with, like, know that I was the patient, okay? I don't mean like I was their colleague or anything. But doctors in the past that I had, neurologists, rheumatologists, gastroenterologist, I think that's it. So I've learned a lot though. I've learned a lot, and I've just really dove deep on infectious disease because I had MRSA for a bit, and like things just were. I was all over the place as a kid in the medical stuff. So I just decided to really learn a lot about it, and my grandma was into like herbal health and stuff. So, but they didn't really call it that. It just was just remedies, you know. So now I'm knowing like, oh, that's kind of like witchy, dude. That was a little witchcraft, grandma. A little sinful. But anyway, that's okay. But yeah, so this smoothie is great for your gut health. You could start with this every morning and then eat a couple garlic cloves. As a kid, I craved garlic. Like, you could put 10 garlic cloves, and this is you. If this is you, then maybe, let me get to this. Hold on. As a kid, I used to crave like hella garlic. Like I said, like 10 cloves was not enough. Like I needed more, right? And as a kid, I had a huge sweet tooth. I still do. And that's like a big sign of candida overgrowth. So your body's craving that garlic because it's probably killing off that bacteria, which it does when it's cooked, but it's stronger at raw, you know, or fermented in honey. But, you know, I honestly think that, like I said, with the Mediterranean diet, because they eat tzatziki sauce and stuff, and that's like dill and garlic and Greek yogurt, I think just really, like, these natural things are the way to go because, I don't know, it's different properties than what these things that we're building antifungals and stuff to. So they don't have a resistance to these natural things quite yet, and I don't think they ever could because of their synthetic derivatives of the natural stuff. So the natural will always have some sort of something else. I'm not like a chemist or anything, so, but I just feel like I know like most medicine, especially, also I don't recommend supplements. You'll hear me talk about this a lot. Supplements, I don't think, like they're FDA regulated in a sense, but like you don't always know what you're getting in a supplement. Also, they cook a lot of the important parts out of it, which becomes powder. So, to me, the natural stuff and the like raw stuff is the best way, you know. But especially smoothies and you have gut health issues, it's already like pre-digested essentially for you. So half the work is done for your tummy. The coconut oil, the coconut milk is very soothing on the stomach, helps repair that gut lining. And then, like I said, antimicrobial, antibacterial. So if you have, I'm not saying this will cure you, but I'm just saying I think that this is the root to most autoimmune illnesses. And stress will hike these up along with sugar. And if you are in a mold environment, mold will hike this up as well because they all kind of support that bad bacterial growth. But anyway, this and the garlic has healed me So as long as I keep these every day in my life, soon. I don't know if I'll be able to take my first bike ride. I was hoping the end of July. First off, it's so fucking hot. I don't think that's gonna be a thing. I think the end of August is gonna be my first bike ride, which is good because even if my joints are fine by the end of this week, I don't think my joints and my body is strong enough to be confident on my bike without potentially falling over, right? So I think the end of August is going to be the key time, weather-wise, joint-wise, everything, to be able to go for a ride. So, and I have to replace my chain and probably sprockets. And I might get an oil change. I haven't really rode it since my last oil change. I don't know if I need one, but well, in case. But anyway. Also, I don't know if I said it yet, but thank you, everyone who, first off, thanks for watching and listening to me babble. This is like my favorite shit to talk about. Spiritual stuff, manifesting quantum physics, herbal health, herbal medicine, holistic medicine, like all the taboos, right? That's like, actually, as a matter of fact, there used to be a show on like National Geographic or something called Taboo. Love that shit. I love it. It's like the forbidden knowledge kind of stuff, right? So all the secrets, and I want to tell you guys all these secrets. So everything that I learned, I'm just going to pass on to you guys. If you think it's crazy, then so what? If you find this to be something that you needed to hear, then I hope it helps you. But if you have holistic, or like if you have autoimmune illness like I do, I highly recommend trying out just drinking a Greek yogurt smoothie with raw, unheated honey every morning. And maybe throw an avocado in there. Whatever makes it taste good to you. But the live cultures and then the avocado for helping the live cultures really just help that gut health. And a lot of these things, so when you have heightened sugar, I'll explain this in a stream. Come August, we'll be streaming more so you guys will get the visuals. So when I talk about this, like, this is not just like, whatever. I talk about this in circles because I love talking about this stuff and learning about it. And then I always come in full circle and learn something new again and then tell you guys the new stuff and whatever. But, anyway. And this tastes so good. If you can handle sugar, then I highly recommend Activia Probiotic, the drinkable one. 1 or 2 of those a day, you'll be fine. But if you have severe autoimmune illness, I would highly recommend cutting out sugar. Because it not only does it feed that bacteria, but it creates that like artificial cortisol kind of effect in your body, which is the same as like that stress factor, right? Which is why, like, when you're bored or like whatever, it's probably because you're so used to being stressed and you just like there's nothing to stimulate that stress, that so that's where people mean like they're addicted to that stress. It's just like that constant stimulation essentially, and when you're sitting there and there's like no stress, you're like, oh, so you need that, like, that stimulation, right? So then you end up eating like sugary foods or carbs because those turn sugar in your body and hike up that stress hormone. So if you have an autoimmune illness, you probably notice you crave sugar a lot more. This is my assumption just because I do. But I think it's because A, the bacteria craves the sugar in the body, and then B, a lot of times we react to stress differently and more sensitively, I think. So that way our stress factors are like always up here, right? The physical pain, whatever the hell it might be. I just think the stress factors are up here, so we crave sugar to keep, or whatever, to keep those stress factors up there. I took ashwagandha. Please consult if you're taking any kind of antidepressant or whatever. Depression medication, anxiety, anything like that, psychotropic. Talk with your doctor before taking ashwagandha. That stuff can really adversely affect any kind of psychotropic medicine. So, but for me, it helped kind of regulate my nervous system. So instead of me constantly being like, finally it brought it down to like just like right here. All right. I'd say it was like smoking a joint, but like not smoking a joint. Like it just brings you down a level. And that's why where people smoke weed and they feel bad because they can't quit, I wish they'd be easier on themselves, because it's likely that your nervous system hasn't regulated and you don't know how to regulate that. And that's okay. A, I could teach you how to do that, but B, that's okay. A lot of people don't know how. It's difficult too. It's very difficult. So be a little more lenient when, especially when you're just using a plant, like something herbal like that. You know, back in the day, tobacco was a big thing for that, and appetite increase, like it was prescribed by like, you know, traditional people. And now it's kind of, you know, once again, what I call whitewashed, or like lost the sanctity of the plant and everything. And we put chemicals in it, and you know. Anyway, so thanks for listening once again to my shenanigans. Again, thank you to everyone who's been subbing to my stuff. I am like in shock. I don't know where you guys have been coming from, but you guys have been literally creating the best birthday month for me ever. Usually I worry about rent like the last 4 days, but like I'm ahead of rent. I'm getting rent taken care of right now. And then maybe I'll be able to buy myself my first designer purse at the end of the month. I'm excited. So literally it's like $200, so it's $250 I think. So that was just my little gift to myself. I didn't really buy any gifts this month because it was just about experiences, because I haven't been able to even clean my home, you know. So like literally me being able to walk around a little Asian mart, even though I'm a little gimpy, like I can still walk around and like look at the shelves, not focus on walking as much, because it's not so much pain, it's just stiffness, like this dude. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, but look at this. Isn't this so pretty? Oh, you can't see. It's glitter. Anyway. Yeah, I know a lot of people struggle with their health, so happy to help any way I can. If you have questions, let me know. I do have a holistic tier on my Patreon, but that's not like gated information. I talk about all that. I think that's just going to be where I write down the information, and if you want to come back to it and read it, you can subscribe to that. So feel free if you want. You don't have to if you don't want to, obviously. Anyway, but thanks for watching this. Hope it's giving you some good info. Tomorrow morning we'll have another video, so they're going to be uploaded pretty close together, but that's okay. But I want to do these more in the morning. That's where the more inspirational talks come from. I'm kind of pooped today. It was a long day. Lots of cleaning, which felt so good. Smells so good. The candles lit. Yankee candle. Shout out to Yankee. I got my first Yankee candle a few months ago. I didn't get the hype, but now I do. I love them. They're so good. They're better than Bath & Body Works. 110-hour burn time? What? I think is what theirs is. Anyway. Yeah, good stuff. And I like the vanilla one. And then I made the dog's food for the week. And then I made my broth for the week. Cleaned. Ugh. I love cleaning. Like, I love just making sure my home is taken care of. And, like, I was able to get my laundry done. Like, if you don't have your health, you know how exciting it is to get those small things done. And I think, honestly, that's where I'm grateful for my health taking a tank, because it's really, that's kind of what boosts manifesting, is just, like, having ultimate gratitude for, like, the small things, right? And for a while, I didn't really have anything. So, like, the small things I had to be grateful for, but I really was, because I was facing like medical shit by myself. Like, no, I grew up in foster care, so my dad is in a different state. I have a good connection and relationship with him, but I don't, what am I going to do? Call him and be like, hey, can you help? Maybe I could, but he has a job and shit. Like, I don't know if he could do that much, but nonetheless, because of how I've grown up hyper independent. Like, I got this shit, whatever. I'm so used to my illness taking a nosedive, so it's whatever. But now that I'm like getting out of the trenches of that, I'm so grateful for just that. That's why, like, this birthday month year, it's just really about being able to walk into a store and like look at stuff. Not even just, not gifts this year, just being able to walk into a restaurant and like follow the waitress and sit down without being, because it used to make me really anxious and really like in a lot of pain, so I'd cry like once I sat down, because it just like the release of like the pain, you know, finally. So it just feels so nice to be back at like almost square one where I can just walk normal, almost so close. So that's like the biggest birthday gift ever, honestly, because I was bedridden literally since 20. Like things started going downhill, and then the last 2 years was like the worst, like the worst. I wanted to jump off a cliff, literally. If it weren't for my dogs, I wouldn't be here. But anyway, we're here. We're doing the thing. And now I get to tell you guys the secrets of how to prolong your suffering for like, I don't know, 80 more years. I hope to God not. I don't want to be here that long. Anyway, but yeah, if I could help anyone with anything, it'd be a lot of stuff actually, but also with health stuff. Doctors won't answer this, but I keep asking my rheumatologist, why is garlic and why is yogurt helping me? Every time I've gone into remission, it's because of this diet that I'm on. Not because of the medicine, because every time I've gone into remission, I've been on different medicine. So I know it's the diet, because the diet's been the consistent factor, right? So they don't know why. I know why, though. I know why. They won't confirm why. A, probably because I'm a girl. B, because I'm tatted up. I don't know what I'm talking about, right? But I love reading. This is like my hyperfixation kind of. I love learning about this, right? And because I can experience it, I can kind of learn about it on a different level. Not that it's like any more advanced than them. It's just that I know what that pain feels like. I know the difference between joint pain, arthritis pain, bacterial pain. You know, it's hard to describe, but I do. And anyone with their illness for a long time can tell you that. And doctors gaslight us all the time. And I'm here for that kind of community. For a while, it's funny, I thought I was the only one, because if you're watching this and you know you have autoimmune illness, you know how isolating that can be. And really just how you have to kind of have your own back and take care of yourself. And while I can't give you guys money or anything like that, I can give you guys the ways that I've healed myself. And, you know, I've shared this with people, and it frustrates me somewhat, because I'll share it with people and they don't take it serious. They think, oh, that's not what healed her. And then I see them still struggling months later. I'm like, hey, you just got to try this. You got to try this. You got to try this. I'm telling you. You know, even down to like just doing social media work for yourself. And we'll get into that. If you're struggling financially, I highly recommend social media. You don't have to do OnlyFans. You don't have to show your face even, okay? So many ways to do it. I'm happy to teach y'all all the ins and outs of every little thing that I know. And that's why I have this channel. So I hope you enjoy. Anyway, thanks again for subbing to my stuff on YouTube, Patreon, OF, everything. You guys have been absolutely wonderful. Hope you're enjoying the videos. I wish the haters would stop fucking being assholes on here, but what can you do? But yeah, if you're a hater, can you just like leave? Or zip it? Okay. I just gotta say, like, I try to answer people, but if you want my attention, like, the best way is just to be nice. You don't have to do that whole negging, like, being mean kind of shit. You know? But if you're gonna do that, you're probably gonna get blocked. It's very rare that I answer people, but especially haters, because I know y'all do it just to get a rise out of people. Sometimes I do it because my clapbacks can be funnier. But other than that, or for like video's sake, gives me content. Other than that, you ain't got no business here. Leave us alone. I'm so tired. Oh yeah, sleepy boy. Today was such a good day though. It is so stinking hot in Arizona though. I saw a dead dog yesterday because of the heat, and I saw someone, I think, who died at the bus stop because there's a whole bunch of like police around it and like ambulance, fire truck, and they had like something covering it, but like a tarpy looking thing. This heat is no joke. And then I worry for these homeless people who are out here. And I'm sure I worry about the homeless animals, but I almost think they know better. Like, instinctually, they know it's hot, and they, you know, they don't get fined for being in places, so they probably have better places, and they can probably dig and, you know, stuff like that. I can't wait till I'm like a Mr. Beast kind of thing and doing something for the homeless people. At least getting them out of the elements, making sure they have water and like some decent food. You'll hear me talk about my food journey as well, because growing up we were very poor. For when we were with my dad, we were very poor, and then if we lived with my grandparents, we were wealthy. And then there became a time where I was in foster care, and I stopped living with my father at that point, so it was foster care, group homes, or my grandparents. So during that time though, oh, that scared me. I don't remember what I was saying. But yeah, oh yeah, living with my father, we were very poor, and then when he went to jail, we were eating out food kitchens and church pantries and stuff like that. Disgusting ass food, and it pissed me off because it literally smelled like dog food, and my brother would love it, and I'm like, this is so like humiliating. Like we're eating literally like dog food. So he would love it. I just could not eat the chili and stuff that they would give us, the canned chili, and ugh. But after that, I really committed to myself, not only with the restaurant, but that I would be helping feed my community with my restaurant, my resources, and stuff like that when I got older, because I feel like if people could just have a roof over their head and food and water supplied, they would be able to be more productive members of society. They don't have to worry about the bare minimum, and they'd be able to spend those extra dollars on, you know, things that enhance their quality of life, which makes them come into work a much better worker and things like that. That's what I believe anyway. So that's how I want to try to do things whenever the time comes that I have a restaurant, bar, whatever. The idea is there, but when I get to act on it will be even more exciting. But for now, I just kind of feed the community when I can. I was supposed to this month, but oh my god, my little car, I don't even know how it fucking stays alive in this heat, but I think I'm going to do frozen water bottles this month. I don't even know if I'm going to make them food because it is so hot, and it's too much work for me in this heat and everything. I think August is when I'll do my next one, because I usually like to feed the homeless in my area. Usually I make 100 meals. First, I started it on my motorcycle. So when I came back, I started on my motorcycle because I knew I wanted to come back here. When my grandma passed, I wanted to come back and start my restaurant. So that's kind of been the journey that I've been on. So, but I've always wanted to feed the homeless too, with a like non-profit organization that I wanted to have, still want. But I started on my motorcycle, so I called it Hot Wheels because I collect Hot Wheels. I couldn't call it Hot Meals or Wheels on Meals because those are already taken. So I call it Hot Wheels with a Z. I don't think it has a Z. Anyway, whatever way it's spelt where it's not copyright infringement. But at first I started with hot dogs, and the first time I tried to do it, I asked friends, and they online were like, oh yeah, let me come by and help. And then when it came down to it, like they all bailed on me. So I ended up doing it alone. So the next time I just did it alone, and for now on I just keep doing it alone. So I started with hot dogs and would carry them in my backpack like middle of the summer, super hot on my back. And then I transitioned to burritos, and I would have to go back home, load my backpack up, go back out and pass them out. So I'd feed people that way, and then now I have a little Mini Cooper, so I kind of load food in there. I did chicken teriyaki last time, and then like some breakfast sandwiches the time before. I don't know what I'll do this time. I think, like I said, frozen water bottles might be the best bet, because I don't know how they're doing it. But I do know August I want to have dog food for the puppies. I need to have water bottles, and then I don't know what I want to do food-wise. I might do hot dogs, to be honest, because although I don't eat hot dogs are pretty good, and they're portable. They could, you know, probably have 2 to 4 of them, and that would be a good 2 to 3 days of meals, if anything, depending on how much they eat, you know. But, and dogs seem to tolerate hot dogs pretty well too, if anything. Like if they ran out of dog food, I always try to keep the puppies in mind, or the animals. But I think that's the plan. I was gonna do it in July, but oh my god, I'm pooped. My birthday celebrations are pooping me out, and this heat is pooping me out. I don't know how they did it. Anyway, I'm not complaining though. I'm very grateful. And I'm so full. Anyway, I don't know what we'll talk about tomorrow morning. It's always going to be just whatever. Whatever the yap sesh brings. So. There's water dripping off this, if that's what you're wondering. Ugh, I'm so full. So tired. I can't wait for tomorrow. I got some stuff from Amazon coming. It's always exciting. I'm excited. Anyway, so sleepy. I might do a sleep stream. My stream has been begging me to do a sleep stream. So I used to sleep on stream. But ever since I've got my platform back, things have been kind of mellowing out again, which is nice. I'm very, very grateful. Oh, goodness. I'm so full. Okay, you guys. I'm going to upload this. And I'm going to go to bed. And then we're going to wake up early in the morning. And start all over again. And you're going to hear me yap all over again. We might do a car vlog. Oh, yeah, we actually will. Tomorrow I have to go to the vet to pick up toothpaste for Odin. So we're going to do a car vlog on the way to the vet and go to Einstein Bagels. So I'll do my vlogging during that time. So I look forward to hanging out with y'all. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever the hell people say. Feel free to check out my link tree. Thanks for being wonderful. And yeah, proud of you for doing your day. Proud of you for choosing to do another day. Because you did choose to do that, believe it or not. Even if you just stayed in bed all day, you chose to make it another day. And even then you rested, okay? I'm proud of you. Especially in a society that's always like, go, 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 go. Rest is very good and rest is healing. If you're depressed, rest heals your mind. If you're sick physically, rest heals your body. Rest is so productive, okay? Keep that in mind. Anyway, I love y'all. Stay amazing. Stay wonderful. See you guys tomorrow. What is this? Anyway, good night. Bye-bye.